welcome back everyone to my girlfriend's quilt shop, and this Jackie and I are talking about the ScanNCut. We just talked about some paper cuts that you could do, creating your first ones.
It's so fun. Ray of sunshine.
Yeah, ray of sunshine. We can't wait to see your photos of what you are cutting out and how you're combining your shapes. In today's lesson, however, we want to talk about a whole new medium, and that is vinyl. It's one of the mediums that actually get a lot of people to want to purchase a ScanNCut.
Yes,
right? So many different possibilities.
Put it on your t-shirts. You can put it on mugs.
You can label everything.
Exactly.
In fact, I told my family, be careful because Mom is going to, if I can grab it, I'm going to label it.
There you go.
I've been having so much fun. So in our lesson today, we're going to talk about adhesive vinyl. Now, this is not the heat set. This is just the regular vinyl, and it comes in all different colors. And we'll go step by step on how to cut a piece out. You want to see what we're making? Well, let's take a look down here, because as we know, Jackie, there are different blades.
Yes, there are.
For different projects.
And they're not labeled.
They're not labeled. So why don't we just label them ourselves? And so we're going to make this little label together, because I thought, you know what? We need to know what all these different colors mean on our little blades. So the black blade is your standard auto. That's the one we probably use the most often.
Yes.
Then you have the gold for your thin fabric. Teal is your rotary auto. Purple is a deep cut. And this is the one I want to take out when it comes time to doing vinyl. All right, this is the light blue one, and it's vinyl auto. And you can get away actually with a different, your standard blade too. But I will tell you that you can actually get even better cuts when you have the vinyl one. There's just a little bit of difference in that blade and how it's chiseled.
Yeah.
So you can get into some tight little areas with your vinyl cutter.
Well, that's some small lettering that you've got going there too.
There is.
So
there is. Now, we just realized we hadn't even showed you yet how to replace your blade into the machine. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at how this is done on your machine, Jackie.
Okay, so when your machine comes to you, and it does not have the blade inside at all. No. So when it comes, it will come that looks like this, like with the blade right here. Can you see that little cap? You're going to take that off, and then you'll put this to the side, because you'll want to put that back on when you're not using it. So on your machine to the left, there's a little lever that you pull up. And I'm going to just take my blade out like that.
Yeah.
And then all you have to do is put the blade back in. There's really only one way that it will go in.
There is, yeah.
So and then you push the little thing down. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
All right. So let's
if
go ahead.
we're gonna change this one out, I'm gonna lift my lever, pull this out. I'm gonna store it in here. We'll get our vinyl light blue, right? And we're gonna put this in this machine. Taking the little white cap off and then attaching it into the machine.
Perfect.
That's it.
So when we do adhesive vinyl, again, we can use our standard tack mat, the purple one, all right? So I have this piece of black adhesive vinyl, and I'm just going to place it, you know what, just for fun, Jackie, to have us practice again how to use the scanning feature. I'm going to just place it right there, all right?
You can put that anywhere in that area.
I sure can, yep. And then with my brayer, I'm just going to run this across.
And you want to make sure that you put the paper side down.
Exactly. With the adhesive vinyl, we always have the vinyl face up.
Yes.
Okay? So at this point, let's go ahead and load the vinyl in. And what I've done is I have included in your Getting Started bundle the design for the vinyl little cheat sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I want to retrieve it from my USB stick, but that means I need to put the design onto a USB stick on my computer, right?
Yes.
Okay. So with this USB stick, I just go ahead and plug it into the right-hand side, just like that. And Jackie, why don't you walk us through how to retrieve that design?
Well, this is very simple because down here in the bottom left-hand corner it says Retrieve Data. So I'm going to push this button, and here it gives me 4 different options of where I can get this information. I know that we used a USB, so this is what we're going to use, but you can also have built-in designs. You can get them from the cloud, or you can do the connection from your computer.
Yeah.
All right, but we're going to use the USB, so we're going to push that button. So now it's going to pull up all of these things that are saved on this USB.
Okay.
So I know that it's this one right here. I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to push OK, because that's the one that I wanted.
Yep, we call it the blade cheat sheet.
I love that. And we push OK.
So now that our vinyl has been loaded on the mat,
yes,
with the color side up, right?
Yes.
We need to make sure that we have the vinyl blade in, which you've already done. And now we need to set the right cut settings for vinyl. Now this is really important, so please pay close attention to this, because what we're going to be introducing to you is a term called half cut.
Yes, and it's important that you know that. It's exactly what it says, right?
Exactly. It's not going to go all the way through. It only does the half cut so that all of our vinyl is still on one piece of paper.
Yeah.
So now that Jackie has brought up the design, we want to make sure that we are cutting in the right area. So what does that mean?
We scan.
We scan.
Right?
So let's go ahead and scan it.
We're going to scan this. We're going to push start.
Let's see where that black adhesive is.
Let's see if we got it in the right spot.
I kind of doubt it.
I doubt it too.
But we can get it in the right spot very, very easily.
Aha.
Ah, we see right there that it's not in the right spot.
We're going to have to move it down, and it kind of disappears. That's why I'm glad we have a red box around it.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So that tells me that that's going to be...
Now there's another way that we can make that lighter, Jackie. Go ahead and touch the wrench on settings. And do you see this background?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and put it on the light background. And and look at that. So now if you have something that's too dark that you can't see, go ahead and touch that wrench, and you're able to change your background color. Now it's very easy to find.
Now you can definitely tell that we've done that right.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to push OK.
Yeah, and we're ready to cut this.
Yes,
so
we are.
Let's go ahead and
select cut. But wait a minute.
Oh, don't do anything yet.
Let's wait.
Don't get too excited.
Because when we're doing vinyl, we have to do a half cut. Okay, well, how do we do the half cut?
Well, we're going to take the wrench.
We're going to show this wrench, and we're going to scroll down to where it says half cut right here. Here it says, right now it's off. We're going to turn it on. And then we will push OK.
Okay, and basically, again, the half cut just ensures that the machine only cuts through the top layer of vinyl and not all the way through the paper.
I mean, if it did, that wouldn't be the end of the world.
Yeah.
But it would be very difficult to get that paper off.
It would.
and also the next step. So now we're ready to go.
Okay.
We know that half cut is already on here. It gives us the information, and that's really vital to have that right there too, because we know.
And always make sure that here's the thing: if you go to do another project next that doesn't require the half cut, make sure that you're paying attention whether that is on or off.
Yes, because that's why they have it in blue. To make sure that if it is on or off, then you can change it.
Definitely. All right, let's go ahead and hit start.
This is so exciting. I love this the sensitive, adhesive vinyl. You can put this on cups, anything that's round. You can put it on paper, notebooks.
Yes. Okay, Jackie.
Oh, here we are.
Here we are. It doesn't look like much yet.
Wait.
Look how nice this is, because it did not cut all the way through. This is still one piece, all right? And you can see that there are some cuts around some letters, but it might be kind of hard to see right now, because this is what we have to do next, is we call this next step weeding. Can you imagine why it's called weeding, Jacki?
They should call it something different because
right.
the connotation with weeding means that it's labor intensive, which I guess it really is. So,
but it's a lot more fun.
but yes, it's a different kind of weeding.
So when you do this, what basically is happening is we're just peeling very carefully the excess from the letters.
Yes.
All right, so again, just take it slowly. All right, and here's another tip for you. Don't throw this piece away until you're sure that everything has come off.
Yes.
Because, let's see, my dots are still there. Yep, it looks like everything's good to go. So now I can go ahead and toss that. Now, this is a weeding tool. It is sold separately.
Yes, but it's a must. If you're going to be doing vinyl at all.
You got to get one of these.
Yes.
Because, let me tell you, Jacki, this is so satisfying. I consider it like picking a sunburn.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
I can't get enough. Ooh, just a little bit more here. I know, I'm so weird. But this is what's going to help you get
all those little pieces.
Yeah.
Yes. And it also helps when you're using it with paper as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm now finished weeding my little cheat sheet here. And there's a couple more things I want to do before I have you add it to your machine. And that is, I'm going to actually cut off the excess here. It just helps me when lining this up onto projects. I don't like to have a lot of this extra background.
Well, and you waste some of your transfer paper.
Exactly.
Too, right? You want to minimize as much as you can.
Once this is finished, how do we get the vinyl onto the project? Well, we use something called transfer tape. Now, I really like the transfer tape that has grid marks on it because it helps me to line things up really nice and straight.
Well, it just helps when you're going to go and apply it to to whatever you're putting it on.
Yep, exactly. Okay.
There's one thing that I have to have everything straight.
That's right. And then you're going to take your brayer, or you can take a credit card.
Or you
can take your spatula.
Yeah, we have this.
And just go over it.
Brother also has one of these things that would be really helpful too.
Oh, this is cool. I like this a lot too.
Because you want to make sure that all of those letters are adhered to that transfer tape.
Yeah, because take a look. What we do now is we very slowly pull this back. Now, if a letter, it doesn't come off very easily, it's like kind of hanging there, go ahead, put it back down, and just spray it one more time. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and very carefully remove that. Ta-da! Woo!
Yay.
And now this is ready to put on your machine, Jacki.
Yay!
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Where are you going to put yours?
Ooh, I don't know.
There's lots of places you could put it.
I think I'll put it inside.
Okay.
So I'll clean
Where
this
all
out.
your blades
all
are?
of my blades and all of the fun stuff.
Yeah.
This will be great.
I'll tell you, I'm already referring to this ever since I made it. I'm like,
yes,
okay, which one was
helpful.
my rotary blade? Which one was my standard blade?
All right, you put yours up higher, and I'm going to put mine, I'm going to put it just right here. I want to make sure that I've got it.
And this is sticky, so.
Yes, it is sticky.
You want to make sure and get it where you want it.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Let's go ahead and
I'm going to
just use your little spatula there.
Now this will be the real trick. Okay.
Okay. Look at that.
This is so exciting. I love this.
Oh, yes.
And that spatula did a really good job at getting all of those letters.
It sure did.
Oh.
Are you thinking of all the possibilities?
Oh, look how fun. I can't. Oh.
Now you've got the perfect little cheat sheet right there.
Exactly. Now I know which blade I'm going to be using.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah. So much fun. All right, guys. So that's how easy it is to do adhesive vinyl. Super easy,
yes,
right?
It is.
Very simple. And you just have to know don't forget the half cut.
That's right. That is right.
Make sure to not forget that. All right. Well, you know what your homework is? It's got to be to cut some vinyl,
exactly.
right?
Cut it.
If you want to use this design, you certainly can. That came in your little starter kit from my girlfriend's quilt shop. And if you don't have a starter bundle, but you would love one, you can find it on our website at mygirlfriendsquiltshop.com. And we've given you all the things that you need to make your projects that we're going through in these basic lessons. So cut out some vinyl. You probably noticed that we had some leftover black vinyl on there.
Yes, we did.
I say you never let vinyl go wasted.
No.
So we could have moved that design up a little bit, added in a few little Mickeys or whatever you want.
Wouldn't that have been fun?
And you could add more designs and get as much as you can out of your vinyl as possible. But we hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Again, go ahead and cut this out. Show us pictures on your machine or where you decide to put it. And if you cut out some other items this week with vinyl, we want to see those as well. Make sure and post on Friends of My Girlfriend's Quilt Shop Facebook page. All right, everyone, we've covered now how to cut, how to weld, how to do adhesive vinyl. Our next lesson,
half cut. Remember,
half cut, yes,
the half cut
for sure. Our next lesson is also vinyl, but this time it's going to be
the heat transfer vinyl.
Ooh, so fun. All right, we'll see you next.